You're now tuned into Radical Radio with Coach L.
Switch my attitude. I'm so radical. 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 I'm so radical.
Radical Radio is designed to get to the heart of our guest stories. Oftentimes you see people moving and they make it look so easy. Many don't know the story behind the journey, the heartache, the disappointment, the wins, or even the loss. What has it cost you? We are removing the stigma of judging a book by its cover and gaining perspective from our guests in the most radical way, in their own words. Testimonies are meant to be shared to help others move forward. That's the radical way, y'all. Let's go. You can't heal what's hidden, and you can't break chains you don't acknowledge. The word says the truth shall set you free. Be true to yourself and allow the plan that God has had for your life to live. That's radical, living unapologetically bold and purposely authentic. Stay tuned for the radical coaching moment of the day. What's good, y'all? Thank y'all for joining. This is your girl, Coach L. You are officially tuned in to Radical Radio. I am the host, the visionary, and founder of Radical Life, which is the brand that encourages you to be radical and live in your God-given favor every day. Radical Life houses Radical Life Coaching, Radical Eyewear, and this dope platform right here, Radical Radio. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I have a very special guest that's going to come on. As y'all can see, I am no longer in the studio. I am officially in the A. So I am excited to be in the A. Radical Radio is a podcast. So it's such a blessing to be able to pick up and bring the podcast back to Georgia, where I am officially residing. So I want to thank you guys again for everybody that wished me well, everybody that sent me off. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Everybody that called and checked on me. I love you. I got my cousin on here. What's up, Rita? I love you so much, cousin. But let's go ahead and get into this radical coaching moment of the day, right? The reason I want to kind of touch on this topic is this is a topic that's really near and dear to my heart, but I always kind of talk about this, right? I always talk about being the person that God has called you to be. And the reason why I'm so stuck on this topic and the reason why I talk about this topic so much, because for so many years of my life, I was stuck trying to do the very thing that everybody else wanted me to do, or the very thing that I felt like everybody else wanted to see me do, right? So in the instance of me trying to do the things that pleased everyone else, I in turn lost myself. So it's extremely important that we understand that God has created us to be who He wanted us to be. Not who our parents wanted us to be, not who our boyfriend, girlfriend, cousin, sister, husband, wife wanted us to be. He ordained and appointed us to be a certain way for the glory of the kingdom, for his glory, for him to get the glory, right? We have to get to the point where we understand who we are and whose we are. God has created you. He knows the very amount of number of hairs on your head. He knows the plan that He set forth for you to have life and have life more abundantly. So if we are continuing to move and operate in the way that other people want us to operate, we are not going to give God any glory by that. Okay. He gets the glory when we start to operate in our purpose. He gets the glory when we're doing the things that He has called us to do. That's when He gets the glory. So I'm here right now to encourage you Be the person that God has called you to be. Be the person that God has called you to be. Even in my previous, years, I was trying to be, this rough, tough girl, wanted to fight all the time, wanted to, be in the streets and acting crazy. That wasn't me. That wasn't the God. That wasn't the person that God had created me to be. I became that person based off trauma, hurt, and things that I didn't understand. That's how I became that person. Needless to say, right now I am operating in my purpose. I'm operating in being the person that God has called me to do, called me to be. That's why I don't worry about what other people have to say about me. I don't worry about what they think about me. One thing I can say that my pastor drills into his people, is that we must get delivered from people. It's important for you to understand that if you want to do something, it's okay for you to want to do it. You cannot be focused on what anybody else wants from you or wants you to do. You got to be focused on what God has called you to do. That's where I am in my life. That's where I'm forever going to stay, because I lost so many years trying to do things the way that other people wanted me to do them. And I didn't get nowhere, y'all. I got nowhere. I absolutely got nowhere. So I encourage you, be the person that God has called you to be. If you do not know what God wants you to do, I encourage you I encourage you right now to seek God like never before. I encourage you to get on your face and pray to God and ask God to show you what it is that He has called you to do, to show you who it is that He desires for you to be. That's all that it takes. All it takes is a prayer. All it takes is for you to seek God. He is standing and He is waiting on you to seek Him so that He can give you the answer that you desire. So I'm just here to tell you that's the radical culture moment of the day. I thank you guys for rocking with Radical Radio. This has been an amazing journey. You know, just this past Sunday, I went in the water and I got baptized again. And I wanted to share why I decided to go ahead and get baptized again, because I was extremely young when I got baptized, right? And from our knowledge, when I was younger, it was like if you wanted to sing in a choir, you had to actually be you had to be a member of the church. So you had to get baptized. You had to, actually go through that process before you could actually be a member of the choir. So in my little mind, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to get baptized because I want to be in a choir. But I will tell y'all this. One thing I can say about that time, I did know by my parents telling me and teaching me, and my pastor, which was my grandfather, teaching that Jesus had died for my sins. I did understand that, but it was so much more that I didn't understand, right? So I decided that I wanted to get baptized again because I am 100%, 1000%, 1,000,000% sure that my daddy died for me and he died to save me. So that's why I decided to go ahead and get baptized again. And when I tell y'all, listen, it was the most freeing experience that I have had. It was the best thing that I have ever done in my life. To go ahead and do it when I can understand it, when I know what's happening, when I have a relationship with God. It was the most amazing thing and decision that I have ever made. Okay. Real talk. I kid you. It's not a joke. Like for real, it was the best decision that I made. I feel a weight has been lifted off of me. I feel so much freer than what I felt before. I mean, I did feel like I was, walking in my freedom, but today I feel light as a feather. I feel so free. I left it all in the water. Everything that I had, felt, everything that I worried about, everything that I was concerned about, everything that I stress about, all of that stuff, I left it in the water and it's there. So I am born again, new creature, all that good stuff. So I just want to thank my pastors for just being great examples. Like they are such great examples of leaders. Um, I thank them for teaching in the way to be a great servant leader, because that's what I desire to do. I desire to serve people. I desire to lead, and allow people that are under my leadership to then move forth on their own. That's my desire. That's what I love to see. Shout out to my super producer. I am so extremely proud of her. We did Coachella with DJ Envy, his car show in Atlanta, and she stepped out and she really stepped out of the box that she has always been in. She is very, a big behind the scenes person. She does not like getting in front of the camera and all of that stuff. That's why she likes to produce. But she stepped out of her comfort zone and she really did this amazing vendor event with me. She has another one coming up on the 31st. So I just want to shout out Maxi because she is stepping into arena that I don't even think she's ready for, but it's about to go down. Like elevation has come upon us. And let me tell y'all, elevation comes for you when you want it. Elevation comes for you when you put in the work. When you put in the work, as crazy as it may seem, when God calls you to do something and everybody is naysaying it, everybody is trying to discourage you, and everybody is trying to tell you not to do it or that it sounds crazy. When you move forth and you do that thing, elevation is upon you. A lot of times I say, listen, it's going to be like, pew, it's like a rocket in the sky. God will elevate you because you have gotten to the point where you are allowing him to guide you and move you. You are allowing him to order your steps. So when you allow God to order your steps and ordain your movements, hey, it's only up. The only place that you can go is up. Real talk. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox for a minute. I want to thank, Maxi for rocking with me. We did that vendor event. It was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity. We got to meet DJ Envy. He dropped some nuggets on us. It was simply amazing. So my first week in Georgia has been absolutely amazing. And I cannot thank God enough because it has absolutely nothing to do with me. My move, the transition that I had from Illinois to Georgia, it had absolutely nothing to do with Ladina. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. God did it all for me. So I'm just so thankful. What's up, Tanisha? Thank you for joining us. What's up, Sophia? Thank you for joining us. What's up, Angela? Thank you for joining us. Those are my sisters right there. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Um, so yeah, we have a lot of different, things that are coming down the pipeline. I have a lot of things that are going through my mind, a lot of different things I'm trying to work on. So with that being said, y'all stay in tune with me because I have a lot of things that I would like to see happen. With me being in Georgia, I would love to see the people from Lake County come and rock with your girl in Georgia, whether it be for business, whether it be, for pop up shops, vendor events, whatever it is. If you got a product or a service, like I'm going to be shooting information out. So if you are interested, just hit me up. Listen, y'all can stay with me. Y'all ain't got to get no hotel. Like real talk. I just want to see my people win. That's the only thing. That's my only agenda. I want to see my people win. And if we all come together and we work together, we all can win. So it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then yes, we have a guest coming on. Hopefully she'll be on shortly. It's another vendor event that I have that will be on the 31st of July here in um, Georgia. It will be in Riverdale, Georgia, which is the South Side. So the South Side is about to get it in one time. So I'm excited about that. So y'all tell me what y'all been doing, what's been going on. Tanisha, I want to thank you just for being such an inspiration, for being a light. I know people try to take you off your square. I'm gonna just use this time to pour into some people, right? I know people try to take you off your square a lot of times, but what I have seen from you since I've started rocking with you is that you support everybody and you support everything in the town. And with that comes a level of responsibility for you where everybody that you pour into and that you support, you will get that same blessing back. So I just want to encourage you, sis, keep doing what you're doing. I thank you for the support that you do give to everyone in the town. I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about to everybody. You share everybody's stuff, you know what's going on, you're a part of, an amazing squad that's trying to make change in the community. So I really, really, really appreciate you. And I definitely want to give you your flowers now. Okay. Um, Angela Ramirez, I definitely want to, give a shout out to you. You are my sister. The my first, comrade in coaching. We coach together. I see the things that you do in the Waukegan school district. I see, how much information you pour out. I know that it is not always reciprocated. I know that parents don't always come out as much as they should for you, but I just want you to know, do not get weary in well doing. For if you continue, you will reap a good and plentiful harvest. And I just want to let you know that you are really doing some things that are really going to be a blessing to you in the end. I know that it's hard. I know that it seems, like it's a tough job, but you are one of the strongest people that I know, and you are the most caring person when it comes to school, when it comes to children in school, when it comes to parents trying to give information out. You are a wealth of knowledge. So hey, if y'all need somebody that a ride with you when it comes to the school district, y'all get with Angela Ramirez, because she is that girl, that chick. She is that chick. Who else I got on here? Sophia Bland. Y'all need to make sure that y'all go on YouTube and follow From the Heart. This is one of my closest sisters. We've been friends for many, many years. Sophia is a powerhouse. She is a powerhouse. She has endured a lot. I'll say that. She has endured a lot, but she continues to keep a smile on her face. She continues to make sure that everybody knows the power of God. She continues to make sure that she gives a wealth of knowledge. She helps people in career readiness. She has so many things that she has going on. If you guys can go and subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is From the Heart, it is on YouTube. Amazing, 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 amazing woman of God. Eyes have not seen, nor have ears heard. That's all I gotta say. Eyes have not seen, nor have ears heard um, what God has in store for you. I can just, oh God, God has so much in store for you, sis, and I love you dearly. I ain't even mean to cry, y'all. This is crazy. But I mean, my sisters are on here, so it's only right, as I wait for, if the guest is gonna come or not, for me to pour into y'all. That's what I do. But Sophia, I love you dearly. Don't stop. Don't stop. I know that it may be hard, but don't stop. Keep going. God sees you. He knows. He knows what you need. And I know that you know this. So this is just, I pray that it's confirmation for you. Alicia Bodie Edwards. She's like my big sister. She's amazing at what she does. She's a craft warrior. She's, getting into crafting. She has some amazing, amazing, amazing journals and cups, and she does these shadow boxes. She has Black Girls Rock, Lake County. She has Train 'em Up. She is pouring into our youth like never before, the young men and young women. She is pouring into them like never before. She has a nonprofit, which is Train 'em Up. She does a lot. She does a lot. That's all I got to say. She does a lot, but I know that her heart is with the young people. I know that her heart is to help those young people to understand that they are loved, that they, can do whatever it is that they want to do, and that they have somebody that's going to root for them. They got somebody that's going to push them, and a lot of our young people do not have enough people pushing them to do what's right. Right. It's only so much that we would, allow our young people to do the wrong things and then we bash them. But we're not speaking life into our young people the way that we need to. So I encourage you guys, when you see a young person slipping, just love on them. Just show them some love. We need more people like my sister Alicia to pour into these young people because they need love. They need the love. They need the love. They need the love. They need the love. Rita, my cousin, that is my twin unicorn, my Leo cousin, Rita, again, another powerful woman that has not even scratched the surface of what God has for her. She has done amazing things. She has modeled. She continues to model. She is fierce, okay? Fierce in modeling, fierce in hair, fierce in makeup. The ham, hair and makeup, that's her. Everything. She's fierce at it. When I tell y'all she has the most amazing spirit, she is the most loving, kind person ever. She calls to check on me. She, always makes sure if my eyebrows ain't right, she going to, get on here and she going to tell me about myself. But Rita, listen, you have only tapped the surface of what God has for you. Your story is powerful. Continue to be you. Continue to be the light that you are. Everywhere that you go, your light shines. It will forever shine. It will never be dimmed. No matter who tries to dim it, no matter how much they try to discourage you from doing what it is that God has for you, your light will forever shine. So definitely. I think I got everybody on here. But yeah, so this is what we doing. Did I miss anybody? No, I ain't miss nobody. Um, we had a guest, y'all, so I'm not sure what happened to the guest, but um, let me go ahead and see what's going on. Give me a second. I don't know. Give me a second, y'all. Um, I'm gonna put myself on mute real quick. I know this is very unprofessional, but we got to figure this out. All right, y'all. So listen, I don't believe that nothing is done by coincidence. I don't believe that God makes any mistakes. So I truly, truly believe that that's what God called me to do tonight. He called me to pour into my sisters, and I'm so glad about it because that's what I am all about. I'm all about empowering my sisters, pouring into you guys, speaking life into you guys, speaking love into you guys. And this roster right here is just amazing. Like, I thank you guys for always rocking with me and rocking with Radical Radio. Um, yeah, I guess that's what I was supposed to do tonight. I was just supposed to come on here and pour into my sisters, each and every last one of y'all. I love y'all dearly. Don't ever let nobody stop y'all from doing the things that y'all are doing. Y'all are doing some amazing things. Another tidbit I want to leave is stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You do not have to venture over into other lanes because that's what you think you should be doing. Stay in your lane and it will do nothing but benefit you. It will do nothing but benefit you. Actually, so we got my my guest is coming on. I don't know what's going on. We gonna get her together. Hold on, she's coming on. Y'all hang tight with me. Hang tight with me. I know this is a little different. Hang tight with me. We're gonna get her on here. Cause she's a powerful woman. We need her on here because I need her to pour some of these nuggets into other women. All right, y'all. So my guest is gonna come in while she's getting herself in the stream. I am going to go ahead and read her bio for you guys. This is new, y'all. Y'all know I'm in a new studio. I done made, my home office and everything. I still got a lot to do. So y'all don't judge my office right now. Okay. Don't judge me. But let me go ahead and get her bio and I'm gonna read her bio for you guys. So we have Neka Arnold Scott. She is um, a wife, a mother, speaker, coach, and founder of the Wifey Rehab, where she helps women become happier wives by teaching them how to prioritize self care. Nika passionately shares her knowledge and experience with her audience through coaching, workshops, master classes, and live events as a panelist, facilitator, or keynote speaker. Some of her demographics are she has a 66% of followers are 25 to 45 years old. 93% live in the US. 1.13K YouTube subscribers. 3.3 monthly 3.3K monthly viewers. 2.2K private group members. She also has speaking topics which include 5 secrets of a happy wife, from walking to winning, mindset maintenance, and communication mastery. Okay. So this chick right here, y'all, I met her when I lived in Atlanta some years ago, and just an amazing energy, right? A ball of fun to be around, very, very great energy to be around, always looking to empower her sisters and, just pour into her sister. So we clicked right away. And what I want to say is that, I wanted Nika to come on the show tonight because she is doing an event, and the event is women in business, right? It's a women in business expo. I know that it's too late for my Lake County people to get here, but I can see, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this. I could see this being something that could be just as big as the Black Expo in Chicago. I could see this being something just as big as for Sisters Only in Atlanta. So, with this being said, I pray that this is something that she will continue on, because I would love for my sisters to be able to come down here and to be a part of this Women in Business Expo. It's all women, right? A lot of times, we hear the cliches saying how women can't get along, how women hate on each other and all of this. And this expo is going to put all of that to bed. It's going to put all of that to bed. So I'm excited to be a vendor at this Women's Expo. It is going to be July 31st, and this is for anybody that's in the ATL. It's going to be July 31st from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at 721 SR 138 in Riverdale, Georgia. It is free admission, y'all. How often are you going to be able to get into an expo free? Okay. Free of charge. Do you hear me now? Free of charge. You will be able to, get in free of charge. And then there also will be food, art, and music, and so many vendors. She's going to have exhibits and everything. So, with that being said, I just want to encourage everybody to make sure that if you are in Georgia metro Atlanta area, that you do come out to the Women in Business Expo, because again, free, 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 free. She letting people in for the free. Okay. So that means you're going to get some goodness, some real good nuggets, some real good exposure to women that are in business. If you are a woman that wants to go in business and don't know how, you need to be in the building. If you are a woman in business and you miss the opportunity to be a vendor, come anyway, because guess what? You'll still be able to network with the queens. So y'all come on in and y'all network. We have our guest here, Miss Neka Arnold Scott is in the building, y'all. Y'all give it up. Hold on a second now. There she is. Hey, sister. How are you?
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I am great. I am great. Thank you so much for joining me. I have already gone ahead and read your bio and told the people all about you and what
Okay.
you do and the wifey rehab, which is amazing. Let me tell y'all, I'm
Thank
gonna, I'm
you.
gonna give y'all a quick story, right? As y'all know, my husband is incarcerated. So I was like, I don't really need to be talking about the wifey right now. And I put a post in the wifey rehab because I am a part of the wifey rehab. So if you are a wife, if you want to be a wife, if you are just our good girlfriend, y'all come on in and y'all go to Facebook and join the group for the wifey rehab. It be popping in there. She be doing a lot of stuff in there. It be popping.
Yes.
But I posted something because I was like, I don't really know. My husband's incarcerated. And it was so many women that reached out and just said, I understand. I've been where you are. So that's what the wifey rehab it brings. You may think that you're all alone. You may think that women don't understand what you're going through. But as soon as you put it out there and you kind of release it and get free of it, then you will find that you're not the only one. And you're not alone. And there are women that can relate to you and that can, give you some nuggets that might help you. So, yes, shout out to the wifey rehab.
Yes. Thank you, Ladina, so much. I appreciate you having me today.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, we got to talk about the Women in Business Expo first. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We got to talk about it because
let's talk about it.
So many times, like we hear women don't get along, women shady, they be hating on each other, all of that stuff. What made you decide that, what, we're going to put on a Women in Business Expo?
Oh man, so of course, inside the Wifey Society, I do have wifeys that are women in business as well. So this started back in March, just as a way for me to just kind of, get the women excited about their business, showcasing their business and talking about their business. You would be surprised how many women have businesses that don't talk about their business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So when we did the Women in Business Week, I was just like, man, how about if we do something live and in person, just encouraging them to get out and network, showcase their business, expand their brand, or even if they're just jumping out there for the first time.
Right.
So I put a post out and I'm like, all right, are y'all getting out yet? Like, do y'all have, cabin fever yet? Are y'all going to events yet? Like, what's happening?
Right.
So when they were like, yeah, we're ready. And I was like, listen, don't make me put on an event, okay? And invite y'all and y'all don't come, right? So when everybody started saying, yes, I'm ready. Let me know when it is. So, of course, me, girl, I went straight into planning mode.
Yes,
right?
I can imagine.
The opportunity just presented itself for this space. The ladies had already said that they're ready, that they're willing. I was like, all right, let's make it happen. So I always say, when opportunity and preparation meets, okay, then you can make something great happen. So that's how the Women in Business Expo happened. I wanted a way to be able to support, empower, encourage, impact, and connect, right? Women all at the same time, whether you were a woman or a married woman or not, but just women in business in general, and showing us that, we are the community, we are the village. And if we come together, we can make great impact together. So I was like, I'll be the catalyst. I'll set the table. I'll build the table. Y'all just come, bring all your goodness and let's do the doggone thing. So I was like, we about to set Clayton County on fire. Like, I hope they ready.
Come on, Clayco. Clayco about to be lit.
Like, I hope they ready. Okay. I said, this is about to be the dopest event that has hit the South Side. So I hope they ready. Like, that's all I can say is I hope they ready.
That is amazing. So thank you for joining us, Laura Little. Thank you for joining us. So let's talk about some of the things that you have up your sleeve for the Women in Business Expo. I know when we talked, you was like, sis, it ain't gonna be no regular smegular type deal. Let's talk about some of the things that you have up your sleeve. What can the women expect?
So women can expect interaction. Like, that was the biggest thing for me. Interaction. You're not going to come in and just go from table to table with your little bag, you know, and shopping. Of course, we're going to have that, but I got live demos. We're going to have music, delicious food. We're going to have business talk sessions where it's some women that are killing it, that are my good girlfriends in the game that's coming, whether it's in real estate, whether it's boutique, starting your real estate and boutique business. How do you, you know, build your brand? How do you connect with other people? Networking. So it's going to be a plethora of things going on. Bring your coin too now, okay? Bring your coins, all right? Because we want us to be able to support each other, not in just coming out and saying I was here, but to patronize these women in business. So you can expect unique things, right? This is not going to be your average everyday, you know, things that you can get anywhere. I definitely made sure that I hand selected the vendors because I wanted it to be an extraordinary experience, not something, I can go right there to get this. I can go over there to get that. No, ma'am, like what you got at the expo, okay? You're only going to be able to get that at the expo.
Yes,
so
come on now.
You can expect to, you know, experience. You can also expect to experience just an energetic experience of women coming together collectively, positively, you know what I'm saying? In a space where we're uplifting each other, you know what I mean? We're motivating each other, we're empowering each other. Because some of these women, like I have someone coming from Philadelphia, I have women coming from Memphis, I have women coming from Charlotte, I have women coming from Columbus. You know what I'm saying? So the women that are coming, they need this. They need the connection. They need that energy that's here, right? And that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these businesses were started during the pandemic. One of the businesses that I started during the pandemic, the Lib Cafe. I started that during the pandemic. So a lot of my women started their business, you know, during that time. Some of them before that, but a lot of them during the pandemic. A lot of them, this is their first vending event, you know? So you can also expect to see uniformity. Like you're not going to see pink table, purple tables. No, baby, everything is going to be nice and uniformed, very well put together. So we are going for an overall experience, not just for you to come and shop and but just an overall new type of experience that's expo style.
Yes. And let me tell y'all, from the time that I've met Neka, that's all we done been a part of. Okay, baby. It ain't no, you know, rinky-dink stuff going on. It's some real live energy going on in these spaces. Okay. So when I tell you what she says is what's gonna go down, that's what's gonna go down. Okay. So we need you to make sure that you guys are in Clayton County. Make sure on the 31st that we need you to go get your good girlfriends and you need to come on down to the Women in Business Expo because we're going to be there and we need you to come on out. Okay. So y'all come on out.
Come on out. And it's free.
Please. And that was a whole nother thing. I was like, y'all don't even understand what this is. Like, this ain't just a regular situation. This is free. This is something you definitely could have charged for. It definitely worthy of a charge. But you chose to do it free. Let's talk about why you chose that.
I chose to do it free because I wanted it to be about the vendors and I wanted it to be about the experience. You can't beat free. When you put a charge on something at the door and then I got to pay for this, people start counting their money. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a deterrent of them coming out to the event, to experience the event, to connect with people, you know, that they may meet there. So I was like, what's the most important thing? The most important thing is for the vendors to get the exposure that they need, right? And for them to be able to make money in the process. So I didn't want to shorten that by charging something at the door. So it's like, no, come free. So all of your money, right, that you would have spent at the door, come shop with these ladies. You know what I'm saying? So that's why making it free was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? And I think that when people come to this event, they'll be able to see, oh man, you know what? This was worth more than what I got. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay anything, but I got so much out of it. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going for. We're going for you being able to come and leave very different than how how you came originally. And it's not about your dollar. It's about the experience that you got, the ladies that you met, the stories that you might have heard, and the transactions as well. So I didn't want to make it about the money on the front end. So I'm like, you know what? People will come to stuff that's free. So that was the whole mindset behind that, because we want the people to come out and support these ladies. So for me, that was the number one priority.
Awesome. Laura talking about she might be in the house. No, sis, I need you to be in the house.
Yes,
not
Laura.
mine. I need you to get the 2 of the 3 you see, and I need y'all to come on down on the 31st, and I'll make sure that y'all do that. Okay.
Yes, please.
So let's talk a little bit about, like you said, a lot of the women haven't. I don't know why we got this feedback. Okay. It seems to have gone away. So a lot of the women have not been to, vendor events. They're coming out for the first time. Like, what tips would you give, the ladies that are coming that may be, a little nervous, that may not know, what to do as far as networking goes? Because I know that's how we met, networking. And we just have an awesome time when we network, and you can't be afraid to go up to people and really get to know people. So what tips do you have for women in business, women that are coming to the expo needing to get out and network and really get out of their shell to, build with other people?
Yeah. So the first thing I would say is definitely come with an open mind. Like, don't come with any preconceived notions about how women respond, or, if women are willing to help, or any of that. Like don't come with any of those preconceived notions. Come with an open mind. Come with intention. I'm going to intentionally connect with 3 women that I have never met in 3 different industries. Come with an intent in mind. Don't just come and just be like, okay. Like, no, come with an intention in mind. And when you go anywhere with an intention in mind, whatever you intend to experience will meet you there. So come to the expo with an intention in mind. You know what I mean? An intention to make a connection with someone for business advice, or a connection for a collaboration opportunity. You know what I mean? But come with some type of intention in mind. Come with the intention on connecting with me, okay? For the next expo I put on, or whatever else I put on. Come with the intention to connect, right? And then not only that, push past the fear of making the connection, or being the first to introduce, or being the first to say something. Start off with a compliment. Oh, sis, I like your earrings. Or, oh, sis, I love that bag. Like, start there. Are you from Atlanta? Just start with soft conversations. You don't have to go all the way in, you know what I'm saying, on site. Like, girl, what you do? How much money you make? How did you start? Like, you don't have to start out like that. You know what I'm saying? Just be organic and let it flow. I always start off with a compliment. I always do, because it lowers the guard of people. It makes people more open, you know what I'm saying? And willing to make an exchange with you. So start with a compliment. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, thank you. Where you from? Girl, I'm from here. Really? What part? You just go from there. Oh man, so what'd you buy? What did you think about this expo? Like, you know what I'm saying? And just start with soft conversation, and just let the energy build organically. And then you just take the conversation and the relationship from there. Some of them may just be that. It just may be conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then some conversations turn into connections, right? Absolutely. So you just have to be open for either one and welcome both, right? But keep your intention in mind as you navigate the expo.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. That's good. That's real good. I hope y'all got that, because that is really, 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 really good. It just brought me to mind, because when you said, the next business, I see, I really see this being something that can be major. This being something that is, one expo this year, another one next year, and so on and so forth. I see this being something that could really be major for women, and major for you, sis. Like, I applaud you for putting on this type of event, because that's you, though. We have all, like, ever since I've known you, you have always been a connector. You've been a
Yeah.
connector of people. Like
Yeah.
you connect people with, you know, whoever you're connected with. You're like, I got somebody I need you to meet, or I got somebody I want you to meet.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. Like you said, you always start out with a compliment. I think we're kind of alike in that way, because I think that's how we kind of gravitated to each other at a networking event. And this is why it's so important. I met Neka at a networking event, guys. Like real talk.
A few years ago, though.
A few years ago.
And we've been connected.
And we're still connected, and we're still rocking. Like anything she needs from me, she got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the power of what you can get from a Women in Business Expo.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about this, because we've talked a little bit about the wifey rehab, but it's huge, y'all. Okay. It's huge. Like the following on Facebook for the wifey rehab is huge. You just went to Philadelphia to meet with some of the girls.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the wifey rehab. Like it's huge, y'all. I'm for real.
So, you know, the wifey rehab is the coaching side of the business, but the wifey society is what Ladina is referencing, which is the Facebook group. So I started that Facebook group in August 27th of 2019. Like I will never forget when I started that group. I started that group with just a handful of people, like maybe a couple hundred or something like that. But my goal and my dream has always been to impact hundreds of thousands of women, millions, you know, of women. I just didn't know how I was going to do it.
Right.
So I started the group and everything. And of course, like other business owners, you are in multiple places at multiple times doing multiple things, right? And so I was just like, God, I really want this group to grow. I really want to make an impact. I really want it to be, you know, a place where women can come and just have conversations, organic conversations, candid conversations, all of that. And so God was like, well, you got to focus on it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I really started to focus on it. I really started to show up in there more. I really started to interact more. I really started to do what I wanted them to do. I started doing that, and they just kind of caught on and just it just really started to catch fire. So when we came into 2021, I had 500 and how many? I had 500. I keep a track right here. I have 568 members.
Yes.
Today I have 2.3K. Right.
Yes.
And we're still growing. I haven't been in there as much because, you know, I got some other things going on. This expo has really been taking a lot of my time. But that group was important to me because when I was going through challenging times in my marriage, or just as a woman, period, I needed a community. I needed a safe place. I needed somewhere that I can go and, you know, get information, get inspiration, you know, or just vent or whatever the case may be. And when I didn't find that, I found myself to be, you know, borderline getting depressed, you know what I'm saying? And really didn't know how to navigate. So when I created this, I created it with that in mind, like a place where women can go to get inspo, to get, you know, just some laughter or just an outlet or whatever you needed. I wanted the wifey society to be that. And so fast forward, here comes, what's that app? Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Yes, ma'am.
So I got on Clubhouse early this year from one of my wifey friends. She sent me an invite and was like, Neka, you got to be on Clubhouse. So I was like, okay, I'm a talker. I love it. So she sent me the Clubhouse invite. And so in doing that, one Friday morning, I woke up and I was watching a video or something. And they were talking about fear and overcoming fear, right? I was like, man, I'm going to jump on Clubhouse and do a room about living fearlessly, right? So I jumped on 8:30 one morning, and some ladies popped in just from all over the place. And so Deborah Mortimer, who's one of my good wifey friends now, she joined the Clubhouse that I had on Fearless Friday is what I call it. And I still do it. I still do it every single Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been doing it since January. So she was like, Neka, you have to do this every Friday. And I was like, yeah, no, this was just sporadic. You know, she was like, no, but this was so good. So she's talked me into doing it every Friday. So I've been doing that since. And she joined the Wifey Society and she joined the VIP group, and we just really started to connect, to the point where we would FaceTime and all of that. And so she just recently launched her children's book. And so she lives in PA, Philadelphia, and she was going to have an event, her first launch and all of that. I was like, oh man. I said, well, let me know and I'll come up. She was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, I've never been to Pennsylvania. I was like, this gives me a reason to come. And I would come. She was like, you would come all the way up here for me? I was like, girl, yes. You know, so that's how that all started.
Awesome.
We are, when I say we are a tight network of women that are just connecting. So for her event, the other two ladies, our wifey friends that live in New York, heard that I was coming. So they were like, well, why don't you guys drive to New York? And we were like, well, I'm like, how far is that? You know, it's about 2.5 hours from Philadelphia. So I flew into Philadelphia. I stayed with Deborah. When I tell you I had VIP treatment, like her house is beautiful. I had my own, like it was amazing. Now I was scared as all get out. Not gonna even lie. When I got off that plane, like, what are you doing? You don't know these people. This is somebody that you literally met on the internet. Are you insane, Neka? What is wrong with you? But I was so happy that I did it. They were so welcoming. Oh my gosh, the experience was beautiful. So we drove from Philadelphia to upstate New York, which was 2.5 hours, to meet with two of our other wifey friends, meeting them for the first time who lived there. Then we drove 2 hours into the city where we had dinner and all of that good stuff. It was amazing. I was crazy as hell for doing it, but I was so glad that I did, because the connection and the bond that we made, you know, online and offline, it was amazing. So that is what the Wifey Society has given me. It's given me sisters and wifey friends in other places. You know what I mean? So, and she's coming down for the expo. So
look at there. Look at that.
It's amazing. Amazing. Connection.
And that's good. That's connection. That's how you want to connect, because that's how you build your brand. That's how you get your brand in different states. That's how you connect with people in different states. Like, yo, this is like how you do it. This is it right here.
Yes. But can I say this though, Ladina? I didn't know that I didn't know that I was building a brand. Yeah. I had no clue that that's what I was doing. I was just being myself. I was just doing what comes natural for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And and this thing just blew up out of nowhere when I allowed myself to just be authentic. When I allowed myself to be who I was and stop trying to be these carbon copies of other people or these acceptable versions of me, or trying to fit into somebody else's molds. When I said, you know what? Fuck that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna do Neka and see how that goes. There you go. And when I said F that, right? And just seeing how Neka goes, it's been amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's been amazing. God has really shown me some amazing stuff and some amazing people.
And see, that's the key. That's what I talked about in the coaching moment before you came on. I was just talking about being the person that God has called you to be. Stop trying to be who everybody else wants you to be, or who everybody else desires for you to be, or thinks you should be, or even what you think they should think you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get to the place of just being who we are authentically and being okay with it, because it's so much more that you get out of it when you're being authentic and you're being genuine. So I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
100%.
So, let's talk, because listen, y'all, she been doing a lot. Neka does a lot. Okay. But she has a book, A Woman's Guide to Unmasking Her Authenticity. Okay. There is another pre-sale going on right now. So the link is in the bio of the first book. Yeah, that's the first one. Now that's the first one, the one that we have in the link, right? There is another one, guys, that is for pre-order right now. I have my copy of the first book, so y'all need to get y'all copy, because it's really all that in a bag of chips. It was amazing to really be real with yourself and really tell yourself, like, listen,
Get it
This
together.
is what I've been hiding. This is
Mhm.
what I've been covering up. Let
Yes.
me get it together.
Yes.
So in order for you, you want to get the first book, definitely. And then you also want to go ahead and pre-order. So let's talk about, sis, what made you come with the woo wop because you came with, like the first one. Now you like, yeah, we're gonna do this one more again. So what inspired all of this?
Listen, just life and like going through my own hells. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And the hell that I went through in 2018 when I released that has been very different. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So I'm understanding that there's levels to this,
Oh
right?
yes.
And that
Yes.
first unmasking process was just that. That was the beginning, right?
Mm,
But then there's another level. There's
yeah.
more that you have to do because as you experience life, there's more discovery and uncovering you
Ooh,
have to do,
my
right?
goodness.
And
Yes.
when you realize that, it's like, oh, I'm not there yet. Because for me, for a little while, I thought that, oh, okay, well, I took the mask off, honey. But then it's like, oh, there's more. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, there's more work to do. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't stop
Yes.
there.
Right.
And I want to allow women the opportunity to get to more. I want to allow them the opportunity and give them the gift of exposure,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And embracing that gift of exposure and creating your own happiness, right? Because for a lot of years, I was looking to other people, other things, to make me happy, to quantify my happiness, to keep me, in a euphoric state and all of
Yeah.
that. But it wasn't up to them. And when I took personal control over my happiness and over my life and allowed myself the room and grace, right, to fail, to
Yes.
fall, you know what I'm saying, to digress back,
Mm-hmm.
when I allowed myself room to do that, I discovered that there was beauty even in that.
Yes.
Because when I fell back, there was something that I missed. You know what I'm saying? It's like backtracking, when you're
Yeah.
looking for one thing and you kind of backtrack. I'm like, oh, there go my sunglasses. Like it's like serendipity, it's like
Right.
finding something when you're not even expecting anything.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
had you not had to backtrack, you wouldn't have found that thing. And sometimes those things are tools that you can use for the next level. So
That
for
is.
me, that is why I had to redo it. And it's like, listen, this journey, this part here is about self-acceptance.
Hmm.
Right?
Yes.
It's about
Yes.
self-acceptance.
Mhm.
That was hard for me. That was
Wow.
really, really hard for me. That was a whole nother, that was a mask under the mask, honey.
Oh, wow.
So I
Wow.
was like, let's talk about this. Like, let's look at this a little deeper. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And spending time with you. And I've spent the most time by myself probably within the last 8 or 9 months that I've spent in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about quality time, not just going to get my hair done, nails done, all of that stuff, but quality time with me and my thoughts and my expectations of myself and my expectations of people and all of that. So
Yeah.
I was like, I got to come back with a better version of this because I've learned a lot more and I've been through a lot more hell that I can share, you know what I'm saying, and had to navigate through. So that's why I had to come with another version of the unmasked guide. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing because listen, women, we go through stages, and that is amazing. Because the first book, you wanted to unmask your authenticity.
Yeah.
Now you're saying you want to unmask your self acceptance, like you accepting what you realized about you being authentic. You still have to be able to accept it.
Yes.
A lot of times we just, we know something, but we don't really accept it. That's like I say a lot of times with like your faith. You have to activate it in order for it to, pop off.
Yeah.
You have to activate the fact that, I know this is my authentic self, but now I have to accept my authentic self. So that's good. That's good right there.
Yeah, you do.
Man, listen, y'all. When I tell y'all go ahead and y'all get get this book, pre-order
Go
this
ahead and
book.
get that
Go
pre-order.
ahead and pre-order this book, because listen, it takes so much out of a woman to have to really dig deep and really
Yeah,
expose her journey.
yeah,
That's something very, very big. And when you have people that are in the position to share and be transparent about their journey to help others, listen, it's necessary. It is so necessary. That's why I always say transparency saves lives. Like,
absolutely.
really, because a lot of
100%.
times you don't know what someone else is going through until they actually share their story. You don't know them. You don't really truly know a person unless you know their story. And when you know their story, that means that they have sat down and
Yes.
they have made the decision to give you their story. That's when you really get to know a person, right?
Yeah.
So these books, they're not just, oh, I want to feel good, put out a book, I want to be an author.
Mm-mm.
No, this is life right here. This is
Yeah.
uncovering and unmasking of Nika's life that she's putting on display for her sisters, for other people to understand that they're not by themselves. So that's
Yeah.
good right there, sis. That's
Thank
deep.
you.
That's
Listen,
really good. I'm so proud of you.
the the bottom line is, into Ladina, I'm so ghetto. My phone all ringing. Uh, but
Silly.
here's the thing. I didn't want my pain to be in vain, though.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, I
Mhm.
did not want the hell that I went through to go without some type of reward.
That
You
part.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being able to help somebody else and being able to, sis, no, it's a pothole over there, girl. Don't go that way. You know what I'm saying? And being
Yeah.
able to share that with other women, that
Yeah.
is life for me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, that's life. And I cannot understand how women that are in positions of coaching or of inspiration, of empowerment, that you don't share that, because
Yeah.
I don't want to just see your glory and not know how the hell you got there. You
Ooh,
know what I'm
yes.
saying? I
Yes.
don't care about your glory. I care about the core of you and
Mhm.
how you were able to then get to where you are. Like,
Yes.
what did that look like on a daily basis? Like, what struggles did you have? Like,
Mhm.
did you want to commit suicide? Did you want
Yeah.
to commit a homicide? Did you
Yeah.
want to give up? Did you spend days on end in your bed? Did you look in the mirror and hate what you saw? Did you
Yeah.
give negative self-talk to yourself? Did you, like, what? Like, give me the real.
Yep.
Don't just give me this dressed up version of success.
Absolutely. Please.
That's not going to help me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If anything, it makes me feel worse,
Yeah.
because I'm looking at you like, dang, I just don't have my stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, dang. But
Yeah.
when you expose your truth, it also helps people to know that they're not alone. And
Right.
that's the main thing. I just wanted women to know, sis, you are not alone, girl.
Yeah.
We all have been there. I don't care what my Facebook picture look like. Because I tell people, baby, I take the best Facebook pictures. Let me tell you. Okay. With no problem. Got the angles down.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
But beyond that, I want
Mhm.
you to know how those images came to be. The
Yeah.
story behind that, what it took for me to get there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And even what I was going through when
When I
I
took it.
posted that.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
Like, that's real talk.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and so that's what my brand is about. That's what I'm about. I'm about exposure. I'm about transparency. I'm about vulnerability
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
authenticity.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like we make a true difference in the lives of other people.
Absolutely. See,
Yeah.
this is why she's my sister. Everybody ain't my sister, y'all, but for real, like you connect to people who are like-minded. You connect to people who, you know, think the same, and
Yeah.
they have the same thoughts, and they want to do the same things, and they have the passion to do the same things. And this is why I say, like, it's so important here on Radical Radio to make sure that we get guests on that have been through some things, that are not afraid to share what they've been through. Let Neka be an example to tell you guys, like, this is why I do what I do. Because everybody has a story and it needs to be shared, because there's somebody out there waiting to hear your story so that way they can overcome just as well as you did. The same way he did it for Neka, he can do it for you. The same way he did it for Coach L, he can do it for you. Like, this is why it's so important for us as women to stand up and stop hiding behind the pain that we have endured. We gotta stop hiding. So this right here, y'all, I hope this encouraged y'all, to step out and, really embrace your authenticity and also accept it for what it is. And that means that you have to go get the first book, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all got to go get the first book, because there's so many nuggets in that first book that can help you if you are struggling, if you are experiencing some of the things that Neka has talked about. Like, this book will definitely be a guide to help you. So I want you guys to go ahead and go over to Amazon and get that book. So with that being said, now, Neka, let's tell everybody where they can find you. I can't let you go because you're a coach too. So tell them about your coaching real quick.
Yes. So, and the thing about it is, I'm one of those people, like, I like to talk on the go. Right. Mm-hmm. Like this, right. Like, for her to get me is like, oh, I got to sit down. Right. So I also provide what I call coaching on demand. So if you go to my website, thewifeyrehab.com, you can read all about the coaching on demand. I offer coaching via text message, in combination with on demand. So say if you just have an issue, I need to talk to somebody right now, you can reach out to me for a coaching on demand session, right? And that will also include our texting. So I can help you via text if you're a person that you may be experiencing something on your job and you just can't get to the phone right then, but you can shoot a text or whatever the case may be. So I have a lot of different options for the working woman or the woman on the go that just does not have time, or your situation may not allow for you to sit with me virtually. So I have that option for women as well, to be able to receive coaching from me that way. So you can find me, of course, on my website, thewifeyrehab.com. I am on Facebook, The Wifey Rehab. I am on Instagram at The Wifey Rehab. Also, I have a podcast that I need to get back on, but it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. And if you put in The Wifey Rehab on there, you can listen to some of my old podcasts that I've had on there. Listen, it's real. So don't go in there every time it's real, okay? It's unfiltered, unplugged, okay? So you can find me on all of those outlets at The Wifey Rehab.
That is amazing. So proud of you, sis. Thank you so much for coming on to the show tonight. Listen, y'all, again, don't forget, we have the Women in Business Expo jumping off on the 31st. What's the time again, sis?
From 12 noon to 6 p.m.
12 noon to 6 p.m. We are going to be in the building. Y'all, make sure, grab your girlfriends. Grab your mama, your TT, your auntie, your sister, your cousin, your kids. Bring them out. Free admission. You will not experience anything like this. I'm telling you, and I don't even know everything she got up her sleeve. I just know her, and I know that it's going to be an experience, okay? So y'all come on out. I would love to see you queens out. This is going to be it's going to be a great day. So y'all don't want to miss it. Where can they go to get sign up?
So they can go to Eventbrite. It's on Eventbrite, Women in Business Expo. I think you might have how can we drop
I'm going to try to drop the link. I'll put it on my page. I'll put it on the Radical Radio page once I get it.
Okay. And I think if they go to Eventbrite and type it in the search Women in Business Expo, you'll see it. It's pink and yellow and white. You can't miss it. Okay. Gotcha. So if you go there, you can register. We already have like almost 120 people that have registered. And these are just the people that have been obedient to register. This don't even include the people that's going to hear about it and just go, come on through. But we do have special gifts for the first 25 people to come. So we do have something special for those people to, arrive. So the early bird gets the worm. So come on. It's going to be a great day, fun-filled day. It's going to be interactive, all of that good jazz. We have a special treat of a woman that makes her own sorbet.
Oh, wow.
And homemade ice cream, amazing. Okay. So when I tell y'all, like, this is some real women in business that's doing the doggone thing, have great quality products and services and food and all of that
Yes.
good jazz. Listen, if you're on a diet, honey, that may be your cheat day. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay.
Yes,
Don't come in
indeed.
there and talk about I'm on a diet. All right. Because we got some good, delicious eats for you. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you, Maxi. Maxi went ahead and put the link in the bio.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Maxi.
in the comment section. So if you are in the area, Georgia, if you can hop on a flight, hop on a flight. They real cheap sometimes. So let's get it going.
Yes.
The link is in the comments if you need to go ahead and register. But I look forward to seeing you, sis, at the end of this month. We got 2 more weeks and it's up.
Woo!
2 more weeks and it's up.
2 more weeks and it's up, baby.
Yes,
Listen,
yes.
thank you for having me. Thank you for supporting everything I've done, from the most
Absolutely.
small things to the outrageous things. You've always
Absolutely.
answered the call. So
Yeah.
it's always a pleasure to serve you, support you. So thank you so
Thank you,
much
sis.
for having me tonight.
Absolutely, y'all. So y'all can find me back. We will be back next Monday. Y'all already know what time it is. Radical Mondays. We are back, coming straight from Georgia. Okay, coming straight from Georgia. I am back home and I am so happy about it. I miss y'all in the ill state, but listen, this heat right here, this hot heat right here is what I need. So I love you guys. I will see you guys next Monday. Y'all be blessed.
Hey dreamers, in this life, nothing is promised to be perfect, but with a little hard work and support, we can make it all worth it. Hi, I'm Maxi, owner of Eleanor Maxwell. We're a business support company, specializing in admin support for businesses, show production, events, and more. And guess what? I just self-published my first book, All My Broken Crayons Still Color, available now on Amazon. So, Eleanor Maxwell, follow, like, subscribe, all social media platforms. Let us help you blow through whatever it is you're going through.
All right.